spokes. I don't know quite know how to make this announcement or to word it exactly, so I'm just going to do the best I can. But I think Paramount copied York plate design, totally ripped it off. We have here, you would see pictures of Arnold Franco back in the day at the original Gold's Gym. You'd see him training on either round edge or flat edge, outside edge, we're talking. Paramount, deep dish plates. Now they have 3-spoke, whereas the York has 4. That's just a clever trick to make it look like they're doing something different. Because as someone who does a lot of hub lifting, I can tell you this hub is every bit as hard, if not harder, than the hub on the Yorks. Now this is a 20 kilo York. These are fairly rare. There's about 6-7 pairs known. I don't think they were ever offered for sale. Might have been used at the 52 Olympics. And these have a shorter hub than the regular standard third generation York. These were made from about 1942 up until 1966 or so. For about a quarter of a century you could get them. Not a rare plate, but they're popular, so they tend to, the price is pretty ridiculous for a pair of them. These, because they're rare and popular, there's a lot of collectors that want them. They tend to bring in some good money. But the hub is shorter. And so where it's vertical here, that vertical top piece is cut off. So this is very hard to hub lift. But the York plate, the York third generation, is considered the gold standard of hub lifting. It's one of the hardest, for the longest time, was one of the hardest plates to hub lift. And these feel exactly like that third generation. And the look is the same. The plate the rising starts here and comes into the hub. It's hard to see if you're not here in person, but on the Yorks, it starts out here and kind of rises slowly. This doesn't do it as soon as this one, but it's still right about here. It starts to rise up and come in. And these are doing the same thing. All they did was, we're going to trick everyone by doing 3 spokes instead of 4. Now, further proof, or should I say suggestion of proof, is if I don't have Paramount change plates, I'm over on the East Coast. I was lucky to get the Paramounts I got. If you look at Paramount 35s, they're exactly like this. Same general design, of course without York and without barbell, but it's the same look. It's a dead ringer. And they just got the 35, instead of facing this way, it's flipped. Okay. And the same thing with a York. I don't have a York 25 pounder. And it looks even more different than, like this. This is what would have come with your set. So they don't look anything alike. And the 25s don't even look anything like the York 45s or the York 35s. Basically, it's just a big slug. Looks like a moat's been dug out around it, and they put a 25 at the bottom. Paramount is exactly the same, except they put the 25 at the top of the moat instead of the bottom of the moat. So, is it really a big deal? No, because York stole their design from Berg over in Germany starting back in the 20s. So when York came out with their first generation, they were copies of even the bar. They took a Berg weight set actually. Henry Steinborn, who's known for the Steinborn lift. They took his set and copied the bar and copied the plates. I'm not sure if they copied the collars as well, but why not? Why stop with just the bar and the collars? So there's been a lot of copying that's gone on over the years. So if you get onto these are hard to hub lift. These are even harder, I think, than the third generation York, which is considered the gold standard. And I still say this is harder. This is harder. Part of it is because not just the shape, but also because it's got a slick paint on there that I haven't decided if I'm going to strip it or just put some of that chalk paint over it. But anyways, I'm going to bring you up close. I don't want you to be too shy. You're welcome in here anytime. I can show you the best I can that the hubs, you can almost see that is shorter on that 20 kilo because you can see the lip right there. Okay. And then when you come down to this, you can see there's not so much lip showing as you do there. So, there's like a half-inch difference maybe. And these are below the hub as well. I think they're more, possibly more like a 20 kilo. You know, and I'm not sure if I can catch it, but it starts to rise. It's hard to catch it with the camera, but it starts to rise right there, and the hub just starts creeping up from out here. And it does it. You can kind of see it there, where it's flat right here. It just creeps up. So yeah, I mean, I have been able to sleep nights. My appetite's been down because I've just been upset that Paramount would do that. But I guess that's the kind of world we live in. All right, everyone, take care, and God bless.